Now to Madison, where some state Republicans have called for a reset to Governor Tony Evers' proposed two-year $83 billion plus budget. The state Supreme Court race, barring a potential recount and different result, didn't go Democrats' way either. And in the midst of it all, Governor Tony Evers is navigating through the early stages of his first term. I sat down with him to get his take on his first few months in office, working with state Republicans, and what he's willing to budge on to try to meet that June 30th budget deadline. As springtime temperatures climb outside the state capitol, the governor's sleeves rolled up as well, as the governor, roughly 3 months on the job, works to build support behind his biennial budget. State Republicans, though, so far aren't buying in. As you continue to go across the state and discuss the budget with people, when it comes to negotiations, you've got to give a little to get a little. What are you willing to give on right now to Republicans?
I believe our budget needs a thorough vetting, first of all, before I could even say we're going to back off on anything. The people of Wisconsin are very clear. They want to make sure they have affordable and accessible health care, make sure we have a good transportation system, and that includes more money for our local municipalities. And also we have to make sure that we have adequate resources for education. All those things are part of my budget. Are there things that we can maybe move around or relent on within that? Yes, but the overall goal has to be there.
The governor claims he hasn't lost any leverage or bargaining power with Republicans after conservative favorite Judge Brian Hagedorn claimed victory last week over liberal favorite Judge Lisa Neubauer for the state's open Supreme Court seat.
I know people have tried to make that claim. No, that has nothing to do with the budget. It has to do with an individual election. And we're still waiting for the final bill to be run on that. So I don't want to prejudge any kind of result here. But that's a separate thing. The budget is a budget, and the outcome of that race, in my opinion, has nothing to do with our budget.
As for his ability to work with state Republicans going forward, the governor acknowledges somewhat of a rocky start, blaming the GOP as he continues to push a message of togetherness and unity. Do you feel that they're working in good faith toward that end?
Well, the lame duck session was, I wouldn't say a step forward in that direction. I think beginning a new administration by saying, oh, by the way, we want to take some authority away from you, even though you haven't taken office yet. To me, that sent the wrong message, but as far as me personally, spending a lot of time worrying about that, I think we're getting there. We're in budget season where traditionally people huff and puff and are critical. I don't take that seriously, and I take it to heart. I know at the end of the day we have to have a budget, and we will reach agreement. The Republicans have the majority. I know some of them are with me on some issues and not with me on some other issues. We'll find common ground.
Now, as the budget battle continues to play out ahead of the July 1st deadline, one battle in his first few months in office is already won. Wisconsin, specifically Milwaukee, selected to host the Democratic National Convention in 2020.
We're looking forward to it. I think it'll be a boon to the state economically. In fact, I think most importantly is it's going to give Wisconsin a chance to show itself to the rest of the world and the rest of the country as a great place to live and work. And we're always looking to make sure our millennials stay here. And this is one way we can do that.
Our thanks to the governor for his time. Now, a final resolution of the laws passed in the lame duck session continues to make its way through the courts right now. Also, we should know by this weekend or next Monday whether Chief Judge Lisa Neubauer plans to call for a recount in the state Supreme Court race. Meanwhile, members of the Joint Finance Committee will take public comments on the budget this Wednesday, starting at 10 in the morning at the Oak Creek Community Center. The governor, of course, wants to increase funding for K-12 education by $1.4 billion, increase the gas tax by 8 cents while dropping the minimum markup law, and expand Medicaid to 82,000 more people. The Legislative Fiscal Bureau projects the spending commitments laid out in the budget right now would lead to a nearly $2 billion shortfall heading into the next budget. The governor will also take his message on the road, speaking with voters in Kenosha on Wednesday and then Superior next Monday.